The 2021 season finally gets underway for the Super Cup Stock Car Series. Drivers and teams shook off the rust, and it was veteran Bob Schacht who scored the first checkered flag of the 21 campaign. But other competitors are just as hungry and looking for their chance to go to victory lane. This is the Super Cup Stock Car Series. Racing the way it used to be. And it's coming your way next. Preparations underway at Dominion Raceway in Thornburg, Virginia for the RacingJunk.com 60, presented by Trick Shot Penetrating Lubricant, the second race of the day for the Super Cup Stock Car Series. Hello, everybody. I'm Gene Crane. Tim Abelseth will cover action on pit road for us this evening. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at this beautiful Dominion Raceway. 0.4 of a mile asphalt oval, 14 degrees in the corners. This is a multi-purpose facility. Meanwhile, Tim's on pit road and he's got a word with our pole sitter.
Lauren Butler, you're starting on the pole after the redraw for round number 2. What are you thinking about tonight and what's your strategy?
Well, the goal is just to keep it in one piece and get that first lap down and then go from there. It's cooler out, so the cars will definitely have more horsepower. So hopefully these nice American racers will kick in and we'll do a good job and we'll be able to stay up front.
Lauren Butler, driver of the 53, starting on pole today.
Lauren's done an outstanding job after coming to the Super Cup Stock Car Series, the 2019 Series Rookie of the Year. Field getting shaped up on pit road. Let's head back down to pit road and Tim for our Star Trucking driver update.
JJ Pack, you finished third in round number 1. Now you're starting third in round number 2. What are you going to do a little bit different tonight to try to get that W?
Well, hopefully that we got this thing fixed so we don't not missing this time. And if we are, we're going to see if we can't give them a run for the money.
JJ Pack, number 61, trying to win tonight from the 3rd position.
Thought JJ had a pretty good mount earlier today. As we look on, this is Jason Shue's 77X, his primary car failing. He borrows a car from the Kevin Cromer camp to start this second of the Twin 60s this evening. JJ Pack, a problem. He challenged and led early in race number 1 this afternoon, but who has made the right adjustments as night has fallen and the track has tightened up? Field starting to roll out behind the pace vehicle here at Dominion Raceway, and as they roll out and get set in preliminary laps, let's head back down trackside where Tim Abelseth has a look at our RacingJunk.com race strategy.
We're about to kick off with round 2 of the Super Cup Series here at Dominion Raceway. Now, the first race was ran during the daytime under relatively hot temperatures, but tonight it is very, very cool. So that is going to change the properties of the track, and that is going to have to cause drivers and teams to change their setups and maybe even their racing lines. I saw the 44 Ben Ebeling's team working on the front sway bar. Maybe just one of many adjustments that they have made before this race.
And who exactly has read the track and made the best guess? We're going to find out in 60 laps here at Dominion Raceway. Field shaping up and getting set for a start. We'll be back with the starting lineup and the green flag right after this. This MAV TV presentation of the Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Trick Shot Penetrating Lubricant. Trick Shot, it does the trick. And by RacingJunk.com. And by Star Trucking. Super Cup competitors' final shakedown before green flag here at Dominion Raceway. Let's take a look at our Trick Shot starting lineup. Lauren Butler will start on the pole in the 53. Race 1 winner Bob Schacht in the 75 on the outside. Former champion JJ Pack in the 61 and Jason Kitzmiller in the 97 make up row 2. Larry Bird, veteran in car number 9 on the inside of row 3, and Ben Ebling in the 44, series champion on the outside. Kevin Cromer in the 77, also a champion on the inside of row 4, and Bill Ashton in the 35. Brent Nelson takes the 80 car from the inside of row number 5, and Samantha Robaugh in the 7 on the outside. Larry Wilcox has the 6 car lined up on the inside, and Jason Shue borrowing a car. He'll start the 77X. Shotgun on the field. 4 starters unable to make the starters call here tonight. There's a shot of Lauren Butler's 53 machine. Again, that young lady, a Rookie of the Year for 2019 here in the Super Cup Series. Looking for her first trip to Victory Lane. I've got a feeling it's not going to be very far off. Field shaping up behind the pace vehicle, 2x2, looking for a green flag, this time by out of turn 4. Butler and Schacht. Pack on the inside in that third starting position, riding along with JJ Pack as they approach the start-finish line, and off of turn 4, green is underway. As they haul him off to turn 1, Bob Schacht from the outside is going to jump out front. Riding along with Kevin Cromer. Cromer trying to recover after a disastrous race number 1, finished 7th, and caution on the speedway. Going to do a restart. Complete restart. So caution being shown to the field. Kevin Cromer got together with Samantha Robaugh in race number 1 and really hurt the right front of that car. We'll see if they've got that fixed. Everybody getting back in line and shaped up and ready for a restart. We'll try it one more time here with the Super Cup Stock Car Series. Get the RacingJunk.com 60 underway. On board with Kevin Cromer, field working their way out of turn 4, looking to the flag stand for a green flag. Green is in the air. We're back underway. The trick shot, penetrating lubricant, green flag, and this time Lauren Butler on the inside holding court, but it's Bob Schacht on the outside that has a nose out front. He'll lead them down to turn 3. How's it going to work out of turn 4? Schacht gets the jump off the corner. Looks like he's going to lead off the corner, while Kevin Cromer trying to work his way up the racetrack this time. Goes up to the high side out of turn 2. Has to wrestle it a little bit. Ben Ebling directly to his left side as the field works off turn number 4 for the second time. Bob Schacht out front. JJ Packed up to second. Lauren Butler holding down third. And Jason Kitzmiller in the 97 running in that 4th position. Riding on board with JJ Pack, sawing at that wheel. JJ, I think they had an ignition problem, spark plug or something in the ignition system. Car laid down after having a very strong race car early on. Kevin Cromer, he's still fighting that 77 car. He went up the racetrack as he battles with Ben Ebling in the 44. That is the battle for 5th and 6th. Kitzmiller now looking to the inside of Lauren Butler. This will be the battle for 3rd and 4th. Kitzmiller off of turn 2. Looks like he is going to take over 3rd. But not so fast, Lauren says. She battles back on the outside. Here is Ebling trying to make it a 3-car battle, and just 1 car length back is Cromer in the 77 car. 4 cars battling for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Back to turn number 3. Meanwhile, Bob Schacht showing the way over JJ Pack. That side-by-side battle. And Lauren Butler off of turn 4 is going to put the nose of the 53 into that 3rd spot. So Butler holds off the challenge. Back to 3rd. Looks like Kitzmiller will take over 4th. Nope, Kitzmiller drops to 4th or 5th as Ebling takes over 4th. Still riding with Cromer, and Cromer really solid on that wheel. He's giving it everything he's got. A little spark. Like perhaps bottoming out on the 97 of Kitzmiller directly ahead of Kevin Cromer. Cromer gets those left sides off onto the flat of the racetrack. Unloads that left side and frees up the car, and it dances around a little bit. Kitzmiller and Cromer battling it out for 5th position down to turn 3. Meanwhile, Ebling takes a look to the inside of Butler. Ebling will nose out front and take over 3rd, at least for the time being. Butler fended off a challenge on the outside just a few laps ago. This time, Ebling will handily get by and take over 3rd from Lauren Butler. Everybody still chasing Bob Schacht and JJ Pack. Pack sawing on that steering wheel, trying to reel in the winner of race number 1 from earlier this afternoon. And caution on the speedway. Samantha Robaugh has gone around over in turns 3 and 4. Looks like she got the car fired up, trying to get it righted and rejoin the field. I do not believe she made any contact. We'll see once she gets it freed up and rejoins us and passes by our cameras. Take a look and see what the condition of the car is. Still having a little difficulty getting it turned around over there in turn 4. And we'll watch and see what she's able to do there. Field rolling by, putting her down a lap. Samantha backs the car up, gets it cleared, and looks like she's ready to rejoin the field once everybody gets by. Bill Ashton goes by in that 35 car. And there is Larry Wilcox, number 6 car, getting by. So Samantha cranks it hard left, returns to the racing surface. That Mark Huff tribute on the hood of that number 7 car. So she'll rejoin the field. We'll get set for a restart here in just a moment. But let's head down pit side to Tim and our Racing Radio's pit report.
We got the 97 of Jason Kitzmiller in the pits. He is pulled in for this caution. The team has the car jacked up, and they're changing the left rear. The old one's off, and now the new one is on. The speedy pit crew down here trying to get that car back out as soon as possible. I don't see any apparent damage on the body, so apparently it's just a left rear tire change for the 97.
Car looked like it was a little bit loose for Jason Kitzmiller as he rejoins the field. So some action on pit road, and we'll be back with a restart right after this. This is the Super Cup Stock Car Series presented by Trick Shot Penetrating Lubricant. This MAV TV presentation of the Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Trick Shot Penetrating Lubricant. Trick Shot, it does the trick. And by RacingJunk.com. And by Star Trucking. Shaping up for a restart here at Dominion Raceway. Super Cup stock car action here tonight. The RacingJunk.com 60, presented by Trick Shot Penetrating Lubricant. JJ Pack set to reset from the 2nd position, lining up behind Bob Shack. Field across start-finish choose rule in effect, and Ben Ebling sees that Pack will line up behind Bob Shack. Ebling goes to the outside, as does Lauren Butler. It'll be Pack and Butler in row 2, Shack and Ebling row 1. So Kevin Cromer's 77 car, he's going to line up 3rd in line there. He's been struggling all night, but has been able to hang inside the top 5. Cromer starting on that rear bumper right behind JJ Pack. There's your Trick Shot restart. And on the brake, looks like Bob Shack going to have a little bit of an advantage over Ebling down into turn 1. Ebling up to the racetrack. Shack out front. Here comes JJ Pack to the inside of Ebling. They'll battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as we add Cromer to that mix back to turn 1. Kevin Cromer's had his hands full all night long. Saw a big wiggle early on, about 10 laps in out of Cromer's car. He's been fighting it the whole way, but done a valiant job. Running right now inside the top 5 in that 4th position. Lauren Butler rounding out your top 5, but everybody chasing Bob Shack. Shack on the brake. Jumped right out front. And here he is leading off of turn 4. Ebling to the outside of JJ Pack. Ben Ebling trying to do it the hard way around the outside. He's going to take over 2nd. Let's head back to pit road and Tim.
So the 97 car of Jason Kitzmiller has pulled back into the pit lane, and this time the crew is worried about the right side, specifically the right rear. Still no apparent damage on the 97. Not sure exactly what problems they're having, but Jason Kitzmiller will definitely not be standing in victory lane at the end of the night. The crew just trying to get the right rear tire back on in order to get out and get some points.
That was your LJ Designs pit report, and Jason Kitzmiller off to a struggling start here in this second race, and as Tim mentioned, likely not to be able to post a decent finish as he lost several laps there on pit road. Riding along with Kevin Cromer in the 77 car. He's all over the back bumper of the 61 of J.J. Pack. Trying to keep the 44 of Ben Ebling inside Ebling. Right now, about 5 car lengths back from your leader, Bob Schacht, as they work back to turns 1 and 2. Let's head back to pit road and the Chalu Performance Report.
Taking a look at the 97 of Jason Kitzmiller's right rear tire, you can see the team has actually circled a hole in the tire, so that is why they had to come into the pits. Apparently they must have ran over something that caused the tire to have a little bit of a leak, or at least a little bit of damage, and they decided to change it just to be safe.
Well, the 97 team has had their hands full, and Kitzmiller trying to nurse it to the finish here in tonight's 60-lapper. Meanwhile, Bob Schacht showing the way. He's got company as Ben Ebling is close to the rear bumper. Schacht able to put a little bit distance between himself and the 44. Now about 2, maybe 3 car lengths, and here comes Ebling once again closing in on the 75. Lead battle seems to be shaping up, but caution, Samantha Robaugh has gone around again. Another caution as Robaugh brings out the caution. This will set us up for a restart and some decisions to be made by Ben Ebling. Does he go to the outside of Bob Schacht with the choose rule, or does he line up behind the 75 for this restart? Robaugh gets the car righted and back underway. No apparent damage to the 7 car, so she'll be able to continue. Meanwhile, decisions. J.J. Pack anxiously waiting to see what Ebling decides, to see if he can try the outside, perhaps, and make it a challenge for his first win in quite some time in Super Cup action. Let's head back down to pit road. The 9 car is there, and Tim.
We got the 9 car of Larry Berg now in the pits, and the crew are working on the right side. It looks like the right rear. No, scratch that. They're actually making an adjustment. Looks like a wedge adjustment on the right side. So it looks like that was maybe 1 turn at the most, as well as someone going underneath the car. So the 9 car of Larry Berg, no apparent damage, and now goes back out onto the track.
Larry Berg was able to post a strong challenge right at the end of the first race earlier this afternoon. Gets a major adjustment with a track bar being adjusted down. Try to tighten that car up for the final couple of laps here at Dominion Raceway. Field tightens up, looking for a restart out of turn 4. Bob Schacht and Ben Ebling side by side lead them back to green in a drag race. Down to turn 1. J.J. Pack tries to follow in the tire tracks of Bob Schacht and possibly make a challenge there. JJ in the 61. Here is Cromer in that 77 car, and alongside Cromer and trying to advance her way up is the 53 of Lauren Butler. Top 5 battling it out here tonight at Dominion Raceway. Back to turn 3. Schacht in control, and he'll lead them off of turn 4. Bob Schacht showing the way. J.J. Pack looking for an opportunity as we ride along in that 61 car. And Bob Schacht, big wiggle out of turn 4 for Bob Schacht in the 75 car. Door was left wide open, and Ben Ebling says, "Thank you, sir." He'll drive to the inside. New leader down the back straightaway. Ben Ebling out of Hickory, North Carolina, your leader as they work back through turns 3 and 4. Ebling taking the advantage. Jumps out front. J.J. Pack unable to get up there and challenge the top 2 as the laps are winding down, heading towards a finish, and Ebling is your leader, looking for a white flag this time by. There it is, your Star Trucking white flag one more time around. Final lap, and Ben Ebling appears to be on his way to victory lane. Kevin Cromer hanging on to the 77 car, but here is Ebling all by himself. Maybe a 5 car length advantage, make it about 6, 7 car length advantage as Ebling will go to victory lane. He takes the checkered. Bob Schacht will finish second. J.J. Pack finishes third. Cromer holds on for fourth. Butler rounds out your top 5. Wow, what a finish. Bob Schacht right there at the end, had a big wiggle, and that opened the door for this gentleman, the 44 of Ben Ebling, to head to victory lane. So they split the victories here tonight at Dominion Raceway. Here's a look at our finishing results. Ebling, Shack, Pack, Cromer, and Butler, your top 5. Larry Berg rebounds for a 6th place finish, followed by Brent Nelson, Samantha Robaugh in 8th, Jason Kitzmiller will post a 9th place finish, and Bill Ashton rounding out your top 10. And let's take a look at the remainder of our finishing order. Larry Wilcox and Jason Shue both having mechanical issues in the 6 and the 77. Jan Murkowski, Landon Brothers, Rob Hint, and Hayden Brothers had issues from race number 1 that prevented them from being able to answer the starter's call for the second event here at Dominion Raceway. Our winner, Ben Ebling, driving his way back to start finish. Tim is on his way over there so we can have a word with our race winner. They split it here tonight. Bob Schacht and Ben Ebling, winner of race number 2.
Ben Ebling, winner of round number 2, climbing out of the car. A very happy driver here tonight at Dominion Raceway.
Very, very happy. Very happy.
Ben Ebling, it looked like it was going to get away from you there, but then the 75 got loose off of 4. Tell us about what that was like for you.
Hey, I knew I was a little bit better on long runs. It looked like than he was, and so I was just trying to push him as hard as I could, just push him, and waiting for one little mistake, and he slipped a little bit, and I was just right there to capitalize on it. So really thankful for all these guys, and thankful for my wife. She couldn't be here tonight. My wife and kids, really missing them, and I got one for you, baby. I didn't get them both, but I got one at least.
If he hadn't have made that mistake, what would you have done? What was your plan?
I would have done everything I could. I'd have used up a back bumper, but Bob's always raced good. He and I've always raced good, but if I could get to him, I'd have made it interesting for the last lap anyway.
44 of Ben Ebling, winner of round number 2 at Dominion Raceway.
Ben Ebling uses the choose rule. Paid off with a 2nd place finish in race number 1. In race number 2, he's in victory lane. Now let's hear from our 2nd place finisher, Bob Schacht.
Here with our 2nd place finisher of Bob Schacht. Bob, you won the first race, 2nd place in the second one. I know you want to be up there in victory lane, but tell us about your race and what happened out of turn number 4.
I think the right front tire just started going away on me. It was starting to get a little bit worse. Then it started vibrating. I had a bad wreck here a couple of years ago with the right front deal. I wasn't going to chance it, so I'll take the win. Finish 2nd to Ben, no problem. Congratulations to him. Fun to do.
Do you have anything for your notebook for the next time that we come here?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to come back with nowhere near what I got now.
Well, that's the 75 of Bob Schacht, your 2nd place finisher at Dominion.
Oh, like a true racer, already rebuilding that car and coming up with a new plan to improve the finish. Let's hear from our 3rd place finisher, J.J. Pack. He's with Tim.
Here with J.J. Packed, 3rd place finisher in round 2 of the Super Cup Series. JJ, it looked like you had a fast car, but you still came up a couple spots short. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, there at the beginning, first run when I was behind the 75, I thought we had a little bit of run for him, and we were pacing our time, and then the car all the handling went away, so I couldn't keep up with him. But I definitely want to thank Luke Cash for coming on board for these races in the Virginia races. I can't thank him enough for jumping on board with us.
Congratulations to our winner, Ben Ebling. For more information on the Super Cup Stock Car Series, log on to supercupstockcarseries.com. For Tim Abelseth on Pit Road, I'm Gene Crane, and we look forward to seeing you next time we go racing with the Super Cup Stock Car Series. This MAV TV presentation of the Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Trick Shot Penetrating Lubricant. Trick Shot, it does the trick. And by RacingJunk.com. And by Star Trucking.